Hi Leo, thank you for stopping by my channel for your December reading. So if you are a repeat offender, welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you back. And for those of you that are new, just stopping by for the first time, maybe second time by my channel, I want to welcome you as well. Thank you for hanging out. And Leo, I'm super excited to do your reading. I pulled the first card, I meditated, and I'm going to tell you like right off the bat, I did cleanse myself. And the first thing that I got right away was I felt something on my left side, almost like, I don't know, like an energy. Okay. I felt like this energy on my left side, and I was kind of like, all right, leave me alone. Like I have to work. I don't always like the channel, and I don't really necessarily want to right now, but it's what was coming through. So I felt like it was spirit trying to get my attention. Next thing that came to me was, almost like you're being watched, okay? And I just thought, gosh, I don't want to go there, but I'm going there because I feel like with the jump card, it tied it all in nicely, and I'm just going to tell you exactly what I got, okay? Unedited. And for those of you that are curious, even if you're not, I am a Leo too, as I mentioned, so I'm pretty excited to do this reading. So here we go. We're using this deck. And the first card, literally this card jumped out. I was just trying to mix them, and the card that jumped out for you is Precognition, Psychic Ability, Future Vision. Look at how much she looks like Cleopatra and just ancient cultures and the eagle almost. I mean, I'm just amazed at how beautiful this is. So I'm going to set her aside right here just so we can continue enjoying the view of her. Hopefully you can see well. Let's see if I can lay this out in a way that you can. There you go. That's better. Okay, so anyway, psychic vision. So I want to go ahead and read from the little booklet. And this is the Priestess of Light Oracle Guidebook. Before I read, actually, really quick, the things that we're going to be covering for your December reading is your general vibe of December, your finances, and finally, your love. So we'll be doing love separate for singles, and another reading for those that are married, partner, situationship, relationship, complicationship, okay? So here we go. Back to the card 13, I'm noticing that that card does reduce to a 4 when I add up numerologically. Oh my goodness, forgive. I can't even use my words today, okay? It's not even been a long day. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyways, when I add up the numbers, how about that? When I add up the numbers, I get 4, and 4 is all about stability, okay? So I want you to keep this in mind as we read here. So, the Egyptian priestess in this card has developed a profound, heightened psychic ability. She looks peacefully into the light hovering over her right hand, where images of the future reveal themselves. A soft glow emanates from her throat center and brow chakra radiating from beneath the hawk headdress. The hawk aids her in reaching higher levels of consciousness. This messenger bird represents expansive psychism and future vision. I didn't even know that was a word, you guys. This card indicates that you are now capable of reaching new heights of intuition and precognitive ability. In fact, you may have already noticed flashes of insight and deeper awareness. If so, trust the information you receive and let yourself look even deeper into the potential meanings of your future visions. There may be more important messages coming your way. These may take the form of guidance about future choices or inspirations about creative, career-related, or personal projects. Remember, your soul vibrates at the level of spirit connection. For this reason, this card may also indicate a potential career involving psychic or intuitive practices. In fact, you may have had such careers in your past lives. Know that your soul is calling you to reconnect. Take time to meditate more so you can peacefully receive. Let yourself trust your growing intuition. Leo, please trust your intuition. This is so difficult for most of us. The spirit world is open to you, ready to reveal your future potential and all that you need to know now. Your affirmation, dear Leo: I am one with spirit world. every day my psychic abilities grow. Okay. So I was kind of, just to be real, I was really blown away by the card that jumped out and by my physical symptoms, like right before I even started having a real focus to do your reading. So I'm like, well, it jumped out. It wanted to be known. Here we are. So Leo, without further shenanigans, let's get your general vibe, Leo. Although it seems to me like this is your general vibe. Kind of want to move this over a little bit more. Precognition. Oh my goodness. I just have jumpers. Okay. I already had jumpers and okay. I'm going to show you what jumped out now. The Devil. And then it spun around. So whatever it is that you've been obsessed with, if you have a career, a job, a person that you've been really obsessed with, if you're obsessed with how the world is turning out and what is going to happen and are things going to ever settle down, that obsession, that control over your mind is going to loosen its grip as you come into the Priestess. Okay, I'm not even joking. This leapt out of the deck. I feel like you're going to start seeing a lot of what controls you, what controls your mind, who controls your mind. How is it that I'm gonna have to put something here to hold these guys, how that is actually going to work for you. Is it going to work for you? And I think that you are just going to say stop. Stop with all the shenanigans. Just stop. I'm going to think about it. Just stop. I'm going to express myself. Just stop. I'm going to consult spirit myself. Just stop. The veil is parted. I'm privy to what's behind the veil. I have a deep connection with spirit, which is what we just talked about, the precognition, your psychic abilities, and your future vision. So I feel like you're going to be putting an end to things that kind of play with your mind, play with your emotions, and you're going to just say that's enough, okay? Another variant of what? We're not even going to talk about that, okay? So I think that this is your time to really listen to spirit, and you are going to see just how deeply and how well you are connected to the other side, to spirit. It's your chance to really acknowledge and come into your own with spirit and your own spirit guides. I think that's really cool. I think, dear Leo, most of you guys have been working on this for a long time. I do feel like you're going to be speaking your truth way more than you ever have been before. Okay, there's a ton of blue here. Reference to your throat chakra. Yes, your, crown, your third eye is open here with awareness, your psychic abilities. That's definitely obvious, as just we read before. But I also feel like there's a lot of communication involved with you speaking your truth, with you saying, you know what, stop, I'm going to think about this and I don't owe you an explanation, or stop, we're not going to talk about this, I have my own personal beliefs. I feel like you know that you are connected with the lunar phases, and just like that, everything does ebb and flow, and you're going to allow things to ebb and flow, and you're going to fall into an easy rhythm with life itself, with nature, perhaps even with the moon cycle itself. If you live by the ocean, perhaps with the cycle of the waves and the tides, okay? Don't be caught by the riptides. So, dear Leo, what else do we have for the month of December? Leo, for the month of December, let's find out. Nine of Emotions. What you've been waiting for. I feel like you've been waiting for a long time, okay? This special wish that you have been waiting on, it's actually here. It's here for you, and it's coming. So I feel like it's going to be a really great time for you to enjoy the fruits of your dreams, if that's even a thing, okay? It's like whatever I dreamed of, whatever you put your time, your money, your energy, effort into, it's like, and whatever you really aspired, you're like, yay, it's here. Whether you plan on moving, whether you want to meet a new partner, whether you want to advance your career, whether you want to develop further your psychic abilities, whether you want to feel like, wow, I do have these abilities in connection to spirit, and they are practical, and they are something that can really guide me. I mean, we all have ability. Dear Leo, I know that I say this often, but if you're new to my channel especially, please know that all of us have psychic abilities. We can all be connected to spirit. It's all a matter of how deeply you want to be in connection to spirit. Some of us chickens, I'm calling myself out by the way, prefer a buffer. Like, I don't want to do it. I want other people to do it. I've always been fascinated, but I feel like I just had no choice. I ran and ran and ran and ran some more. And when I got tired, I ran some more. And when I got tired, I ran some more until the running just, I was done with running. I couldn't run anymore. And luckily, Spirit's really patient with me and still patient with me. So I'm still learning my lessons, but I just want you to know that if you doubt yourself, you know, I would say keep a journal. Start writing things down. Start writing things that you know, messages that you see, messages that you feel. Omens. Is that how you say it, or almonds? I don't know. But regardless, start writing down things that you are sensing, because I feel like you're going to get clarity. You're going to get, okay, I'm being told to share with you what I did when I really started pursuing my abilities. We'll just call it like that. Is I kept a journal, a gift, and I would write down things that I had a strong feeling about, or that I was predicting. I'm like, okay, I think this is going to happen, this, or my favorite thing to do was to write down things that I saw in my mind, and I would try to draw. Now I can't draw to save my life, so I would stick draw and make an attempt, and then I would write next to the margin, write down what it was supposed to be, like, for example, a flower or a person reaching over, or whatever the case may be. And later on, those things would wind up coming true, and whenever they would come true, I'd give myself literally a gold star. Yes, folks, I bought myself little gold stars just so I could be like, okay, this is it, this is good. And I still have that notebook I can refer to and I can look back on. Okay, so for whatever reason, you guys are really connecting to your divinity, and I'm all about it. And it's going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. Okay, maybe even help you bring a dream to fruition the more you open to it and just kind of relax into it. What else do we have? General read for the month of December. Show me now. The Ace of Inspiration. Funny how this came up with the other reading in a different deck. Okay, this is about desire. This is about excitement. This is about your fire. This, yes, can be also about your libido. Don't get it twisted. So I'm just going to say that even here, her face looks painted while she's facing the past, and it could be like 9 of emotions. So perhaps you have an idea and you feel like you need to put up a little bit of a front, a little bit of a facade towards other people. And I don't think that that's true right now. I'm just sensing there could be like a Taurus that's watching you. I did feel like high vibes of somebody like observing, wanting to study, wanting to acknowledge you and know more about you. So people are really curious about you. Back to this Ace of Inspiration. Again, this is about what inspires you and what drives you and what gives you the most pleasure. So yes, it could be sexual. For others, this could be just in a creative field, okay, where you are just blooming and you're starting to see how maybe even crystals affect your moods, how they open up your abilities, how they stabilize your abilities, whatever the case may be. It is up to you to decide, okay? What else do we have for Leo? General read, general vibe for the month of December. Let's find out. By the way, if you like this style of reading, please do check out my pick a card playlist, where I have a ton of stuff that you can actually look at, and it doesn't have to be by sign, of course. It's all about pick a card style if that is your thing. That is my favorite thing right now, and so I thought I'd share it with you. Moving on, we have the awakening. So you, my friend, are also awakening on soul level. I feel like you're going to be leaving a lot of past things behind, speaking your truth more, elevating, seeing beyond the smoke and the mirrors, seeing beyond things that people are trying to feed you, maybe, okay? And I feel like color is going to come back into your life in a really powerful way. You're going to feel awake, just like, again, the reading before you, Aries, had the same card come out, is you awakening to reality around the world and seeing, okay, this is maybe what I thought was true, what we were fed, and it's just a line of crap. Or maybe you're looking at things from a different perspective and you're starting to wake up and see things differently. Maybe you're looking at the future and just seeing, okay, what I have previously known isn't going to serve me, but I'm totally open and I'm aware. And I am also, I heard for some of you guys, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. So some of you guys are really going to be into praying or into Catholicism or into your spirituality, okay? Anything like that. It's going to bring a lot of joy into your life. A lot of answers. Finances. Let's look at your finances, Leo. Come on. I feel like I'm rolling lucky sevens for Leo. Come on, Leo. Lucky seven. Finances for Leo. Finances for Leo. What are Leo's finances for the month of December? Show me now. Woo! Excellent. So your money is looking good. I feel like people are celebrating you. People are like, take my money, Leo. Take my money. Do what you do. Do your thing, Leo. I feel like you're being celebrated. I feel like you're going to be getting gifts, a lot of gift cards. Well, it's going to be Christmas time. For those of you guys that celebrate, I feel like people are going to be quick and eager to spend time with you, perhaps buy you meals, want to just be around you in general. And that is just a wealth right there. I feel like it's a blessing. I feel like that's abundance as well. I feel like also this celebration, and you don't lack for any admirers. I feel like whatever it is that you do, whether you run marathons or whether you, I don't know, grow seedlings, whether you train horses, train dogs, whether you're in the police academy, drill sergeant, anything that you do, I feel like whatever it is that you do, you're perfecting your skill and always kicking it up a notch and really being celebrated, dear Leo. So I feel like you have people that have seen your battle and have seen you just climb up. And I feel like you're a little bit, I've never noticed this before, but I feel like you're somewhat of a mermaid or merman, okay? You're constantly evolving, constantly changing, in touch with your emotions, I feel. And people really love that about you. Even if you're not I'm not saying Leos are not perfect. I know, shocking. We're not perfect, right? But I feel like people just celebrate you because you're just really genuine and you love deeply and you care deeply. I feel like people understand that you are the high priestess in your circle and you are the high priestess period, or whether you're a high priest, and that your connection runs deep and that you're evolving and that you're not remaining stuck in a narrative that was handed to you simply because you grew up with it, simply because you're molded into it, whatever the case may be. You're becoming the most authentic you, and people love that for you, okay? I love that for you. What else do we have for Leo's finances for the month of December? December, show me now. You are moving. Some of you guys are physically moving. Woohoo! Moving. Taking your experiences with you. If you're planning on moving, obviously, this can mean that you are excited, you're joyful, you're ready to move on, you're done with the turbulent waters, you're done with the uncertainty, you're done with the mood swings, perhaps. People have been mood swinging around you. That's not even a word. You're welcome. But I think that you're really taking those swords, those intellectual lessons, those heart lessons, those painful lessons, those sharp, razor sharp lessons, and you're taking them with you. So I feel like they're lessons well learned, and you're going to be able to really use them for the future, not in a way that really torments you, obviously, or anything, but just in a way that you've acquired so many skills, so much growth, so much wisdom, and the ability to trust your intuition at such a deep level that that's part of why you're able to move on. I feel like the move is going to be swift. It might be a little bit emotional, but it's going to give you so much more security than where you're at right now, okay? So, money messages for Leo for the month of December. Show me now. The wheel is turning. Yes. Yeah, baby. It's turning for the better. I do see this like a compass over the world, of course, and I feel like you're finding your navigational system. Whew. Now I'm going to talk about stuff that I don't even know about, okay? This is totally spirit. Okay, so you know how animals choose to migrate. For example, like the moths decide they're going to migrate to a certain place, or the geese wind up migrating, or the birds, or whatever the case is. I feel like you're going to find your inner compass, and there you're going to start migrating, for lack of a better way, into an area where you have more of a support, or birds of a feather. People think like you, see like you, understand like you. And so I think that's going to be really healthy. It's going to put you in the center of this wheel that has been turning. And as we know, when the wheel turns, the closer you are to the center, the more stable you are. So I feel like that inner navigational system, again, it is your priestess, your precognition, your psychic ability, and your future wisdom and vision, leading you into the best case scenario so that you feel understood, you feel you have a grip and an understand where you're headed, and things start heading your way. They start elevating. This is a Taurus. I kind of feel like somebody looking over you, or Taurian characteristics maybe. Excuse me. So, yeah, so I feel like you have all the skills and all the knowledge and all the wisdom to cut through the crap that doesn't serve you. So do not fear during these moves, during these changes. If this is not a physical move, then it's a major change. It could be a different job, a completely different job, something that can uproot your financial stability, or what you view as being financial stability, okay? But this is going to cause you not only to be celebrated and elevated, better everything for you, okay? So I see you journaling, I see you writing, I see you pouring your heart out, I see you coming out of a fog, out of the clouds. Maybe some of you guys are going to start eating clean eating and things like that, and you're going to find that your body and your mind respond so much better to that. Yeah, that's for some of you. Anyways, here we go. We're going to look at love. So we're going to look at December love for Leo. What does December have for Leo in the form of love? We're going to go ahead and look at married, situationship, relationship. One jumper, we're going to look at it. Oh my goodness. You can't make this up. You saw me mix them, okay? The Hierophant. So this is about your commitment. This is about two people at the minimum, traditionally, in a traditional agreement, okay? This is almost like a scroll, like when you get married and you get that piece of paper that says you are now married, you have committed, you're bound together, whatever the case may be. And this is the two keys at the Hierophant's feet. And so I feel like this month you might be encountering a situation where you are just kind of revisiting what it means to be married. Once again, what is it? What's my notion? Like perhaps things have been so hectic and crazy for the past 2 years or whatever, since this whole new world thing, that you haven't had time to stop and think, okay, am I doing this right? Is this working for me? Is this working for he? Is this working for thee? Okay, so you need to kind of slow down and make another assessment and think, what does commitment mean? Like, if everything traditional works for me, that's great. But if everything traditional wants to be re-examined and perhaps improved, kicked up a notch, elevated, tweaked, whatever the case may be, I feel like this is your time to shine. This is what you'll be doing. So front and center for my Leos that are in a relationship is your relationship. Can't make this up, right? So Leos in a relationship, what do we have? Why is the Hierophant here for the month of December, Leo? Let's find out. The Hangman. So you are looking at things from a different perspective, wanting to look at things from a different perspective. Perhaps there was a little bit of a stinky attitude or stinky mentality or stagnancy in your relationship, and you're just wanting to gain a different perspective. This is not like anyone's going to separate. This is just simply you seeking enlightenment, seeking your truth, and seeking a higher wisdom to help you with your relationship, within your relationship, okay? So it's going to take anywhere from 9 months to a year for you to kind of fully develop what it is that you think and make decisions based on how you perceive that you want things to go or what you want to change, and then get your partner on board, whatever the case may be. But this is a higher level of thinking, okay? So that is for my marrieds partner. Next I have Leo's love life, singles. Singles, single Leos. What do we have for single Leos for the month of December? Let's find out. The Star. This is healing. This is focusing on what it is that your dream is, what it is that you want. I see all this like greenery here. Even the water's green. And while in real life that would be kind of like gross, you need a water treatment for your pool or whatever, or that pond is like really kind of icky. With this green water here, it's just about heart growth, about pouring your heart out, about listening to your higher calling, and really accepting that healing as it comes to you in whatever form it comes to you. For some of you guys, I heard regeneration. For others of you guys, I heard self-parenting. So that's the healing portion of it. For others of you, it is just kind of waiting for the right person, okay? And so you're going to measure these people against what it is that your idea is, and you're going to know whether you're going to pass or, you know, I think you'll be speaking your truth more, and intuitively you'll know if these people fit you or not. What else do we need to know for Leo in love for the month of December? Let's find out. Queen of Pentacles, focus on your money. I'm focused on my money. Leo, we love love, don't we? We love love, and bunnies can be of significance for you, by the way. So you could have like a lot of an attraction to animals, to pets, to little wildlife and things like that. But I feel like you're really salt of the earth. You are mother of the land in a lot of ways. I feel like you're going to start connecting with Mother Earth more than you ever have before. Making connection with even wild animals, with boars, with bulls, with whatever. I know it sounds really weird, but you are going to have a connection with pets like you never have before, with animals in general, with nature. Focused on your money, focus on abundance, and realizing even that abundance can be growing a new, I don't know, potato patch. Is that what they call it? Who's not a gardener here? Not a good one anyways. That would be me. But whatever it is that you're growing, if you're growing, you know, celery or fruit, vegetables, whatever is in season in your neck of the woods, I feel like you're really focused on it and how that is going to benefit you and sustain you. Some of you guys are focused on sustainability. Is this sustainable? Is the land sustainable? Am I living a life that's sustainable? And you're looking at bigger pictures. I heard homesteader. Some of you guys are focused on homesteading. Others of you guys are focused on just practical matters of living and survival. Okay. And last message for singles, Leo love life. Leo and love. Let's find out. The Three of Pentacles. You want all the cogs to work together, and you'll be waiting for that. And until you see that, meaning active participation in anyone who is interested in you, you're not budging. You're going to focus on your wealth. You're going to focus on your dreams. And you're going to focus on you. I love that for you. So with that, dear Leo, I will leave you. Please do smash that like button, like, share, comment. Most importantly, do subscribe. And I will see you next time. Namaste.